In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use subject pronouns in French. First, we'll go over the grammar. Then, you'll watch a fun story that demonstrates all the concepts you've just learned. And finally, you'll watch the story again with English subtitles to check your comprehension. Let's get started. The first subject pronoun you need to know is je, meaning I. For example, je suis français. I am French. When the word after je starts with a vowel, je is shortened to J apostrophe. For example, you don't say je aime le chocolat, you say j'aime le chocolat. Or if you were saying I am learning French, you wouldn't say je apprends le français, you would say j'apprends le français. The next pronoun is tu, which means you. For example, tu es français. Now, technically, tu does not get shortened to T apostrophe before a vowel the way je does. So, technically, you would say tu aimes le chocolat? But when French people are speaking casually, they do often shorten it. So, they would say t'aimes le chocolat? Next, il means he. For example, il est intéressant. Il est intéressant. He is interesting. And elle means she. For example, elle est intéressante. Now, il and elle are used to refer to people, but also to things, the way we use it in English. For example, le bus arrive, il est rouge. The bus is arriving, it is red. Il est rouge. And if you're talking about a feminine noun, you use elle. For example, regarde la fleur. Elle est rouge. Look at the flower. It is red. Elle est rouge. Next, nous means we. For example, nous sommes américains. Nous sommes américains. We are American. Or nous sommes perdus. We are lost. It's also very common to use on instead of nous to say we. Technically, the pronoun on means one or people in general. For example, on ne sait jamais means one never knows or you never know. But in spoken French, it's often used to mean we. So if you said on est au cinéma, it would mean we are at the cinema. If you're talking to a group of people, you use the pronoun vous. For example, vous parlez français? Do you speak French? There are two ways of saying they in French. Il and elle. Il is masculine and elle is feminine. These two are pretty easy to remember because they're the same as the singular pronouns. You just add an S to make them plural. Most of the time, the S's are silent, so the plural forms, il and elle, are pronounced just like the singular forms. For example, il voyage beaucoup and il voyage beaucoup are pronounced the same. But the first one means he travels a lot, and the second one means they travel a lot. When it's written, you'll see the difference, and when it's spoken, you'll know which it means based on the context. The only exception to this is when the next word starts with a vowel, then you do pronounce the S. For example, ils ont un appartement. Ils ont un appartement. They have an apartment. Or, elles aiment la musique. Elles aiment la musique. They like music. One last thing to know is that you only use elle if you're talking about a group that is entirely female. So if you were talking about a group of friends, let's say, and it's made up of 3 girls and 1 guy, you would still use il. The last pronoun is actually one we've already talked about. Vous. Vous means you plural when you're talking to a group of people, but it can also be the formal singular you. In French, you use the formal pronoun vous whenever you're talking to someone you don't know well. So you mostly use the informal pronoun tu when you're talking to a friend or family member or anyone else you know well. So if you're meeting a stranger, you'd ask them, vous parlez français? Vous parlez français? Do you speak French? But if you're asking the same question to a friend, you would say, tu parles français? tu parles français? Here's a table that gives you a quick overview of everything we've just learned. Feel free to pause the video if you want to go over it. Now let's watch a fun story to see how all of this works in action. Bonjour, c'est une belle journée, non?
Bonjour, oui, c'est une très belle journée.
Je ne parle pas beaucoup français.
Vraiment?
Non. Est-ce que tu parles anglais?
Non, je ne parle pas anglais.
J'apprends le français. Je viens des États-Unis.
Tu parles bien français.
Merci. Est-ce que tu sais où on est? Je suis perdu.
Tu es perdu? Moi aussi, je suis perdu.
Nous pouvons chercher le chemin ensemble.
On va chercher ensemble.
Je m'appelle Jason. Et toi?
Enchantée, je m'appelle Émilie.
Enchanté.
Regarde, il y a un hibou.
Il est magnifique.
Il est très mignon. J'adore les hiboux.
Regarde cette fleur.
Elle est très jolie. Il peut peut-être nous aider.
On peut demander où est le chemin.
Bonjour monsieur, nous sommes perdus. Savez-vous où est le bon chemin?
On va continuer à chercher. Regarde les fleurs, elles sont magnifiques.
Oui, elles sont très jolies. Ils peuvent peut-être nous aider.
If you like this video, you'll love the upcoming beginner-friendly Fluent U course. It's going to have more engaging stories with helpful teacher explanations. It'll be organized in a way that's more effective for learning and is perfect for beginners. It will contain exclusive content that you won't be able to find anywhere else, and also integrate clips from movie scenes, TV shows, and more. You'll also get personalized quizzes and speaking questions to make it all stick. To try Fluent U right now for free, click the link in the description below and start your free 2-week trial. Fluent U is also currently having a sale, so now is the perfect time to check it out. In addition to this new course, the Fluent U app also has thousands of authentic videos, including movie scenes, clips from TV shows, TED Talks, and music videos, all of which have interactive subtitles. Each word has a context-specific definition with examples written by language experts, so you never waste time with definitions that are too general or inaccurate, as well as video examples of native speakers using the vocab.
Ils peuvent peut-être nous aider.
On peut demander où est le chemin.
Bonjour, nous sommes perdus. Savez-vous où est le bon chemin? Ils sont très gentils.
Enfin, c'est le bon chemin.
Regarde ce que j'ai.
Tu as une carte?
Oui, je ne savais pas.
On n'était pas vraiment perdu.
Mais c'était une aventure.
Now watch the video again with English subtitles and see how much you understood. Make sure you watch until the end to find out what happens. Bonjour, c'est une belle journée, non?
Bonjour, oui, c'est une très belle journée.
Je ne parle pas beaucoup français.
Vraiment?
Non. Est-ce que tu parles anglais?
Non, je ne parle pas anglais.
J'apprends le français. Je viens des États-Unis.
Tu parles bien français.
Merci. Est-ce que tu sais où on est? Je suis perdu.
Tu es perdu? Moi aussi, je suis perdu.
Nous pouvons chercher le chemin ensemble.
On va chercher ensemble.
Je m'appelle Jason. Et toi?
Enchantée, je m'appelle Émilie.
Enchanté.
Regarde, il y a un hibou.
Il est magnifique.
Il est très mignon. J'adore les hiboux.
Regarde cette fleur.
Elle est très jolie. Il peut peut-être nous aider.
On peut demander où est le chemin.
Bonjour, monsieur. Nous sommes perdus. Savez-vous où est le bon chemin?
On va continuer à chercher. Regarde les fleurs. Elles sont magnifiques.
Oui, elles sont très jolies. Ils peuvent peut-être nous aider.
On peut demander où est le chemin.
Bonjour, nous sommes perdus. Savez-vous où est le bon chemin? Ils sont très gentils.
Enfin, c'est le bon chemin.
Regarde ce que j'ai.
Tu as une carte.
Oui, je ne savais pas.
On n'était pas vraiment perdus.
Mais c'était une aventure.
In this next video, you'll learn more conversational French for beginners with another fun story. Check it out!